We are back after a hiatus. We missed Sunday because Broncos didn't play. So how could we even do a Broncos post game?
Yeah. Also, we were both in Cabo.
Yep.
Together.
We were in Cabo, getting in on that work.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody seemed to make a big deal out of it because we do it every year, and people just know like they're gonna show up on game day. They're gonna do the stuff they need to do.
Yeah, we've actually been winning this season, you and I.
Yeah, it feels good to win too. Let me tell you, Russell Broncos. It feels pretty good to win.
Yes, you should try it sometime.
Get high on winning.
Yes,
that should be our new slogan.
That should have been. That would have been so much better than just say no. Get high. ... on winning.
Get high on not doing drugs.
Yeah. That would have been. I would have saved a lot of lives.
This is why Will and I did not go into the education system. Welcome to That's Good Broncos. Broncos are back after a bye week. We got Broncos news to get into, updates, schmupdates, whatever other bullshit's going on. And then we will pick all of the games for the Patreon Pick'em League. I just fired it off last week without you, Will, and I don't think I did too well. I think it was kind of a weird week, though, so we'll take a look at that there. Today's episode brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use code DNVR when you sign up. And, of course, my coffee company, Bench Warmer Brew. Look at I got the mugs here. We're going to do a Black Friday sale this month. Plus, I think I'll be bringing back some of these at Bench Warmer Brew very soon.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Broncos fans should have something nice. So in the next week or so, we're going to get those up.
I love those.
Yeah. People like them. All right. Well, Broncos. What are we going to talk about first here?
All right. Well, let's talk about the most important news of the week.
Yeah.
And this is that the Broncos are wearing their white jerseys and blue pants again.
Yes.
I
changed a good thing.
Tweeted it. They're 1-0 in this uniform combination that they wore for the first time a couple weeks ago in London. And I'll be honest, I don't like them. But I respect the superstition. My only feedback is that perhaps it was not the uniform combination, and it was more to do with the Jaguars as an opponent. Although, don't tell that to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Yeah. So, okay, I get some people care about this combo. We watched it in London.
Yeah, it didn't look great.
The uniforms?
Yeah,
they look fine to me. They look like all the other dumb uniforms in the NFL.
No, because the stripes don't match.
I don't care. That's totally irrelevant to me.
No, it's relevant. You have to look good, play good. Think about the teams with the worst uniforms in the NFL right now. The Atlanta Falcons, losing record. Who else has a crappy uniform that I can cherry pick to support my argument?
The Titans.
They just lost on Sunday. The Texans. They've never been good.
The Browns.
Really. I like the Browns uniforms.
What?
Yeah.
Brown and orange together. It is visually as close to poop as you could have.
Poop and what? Like
orange
candy
blood.
Corn?
Yeah.
My dog's going a little crazy back there, but I'm gonna power through it. The Commanders, they have bad uniforms, and they're 4-5.
Yeah, I don't know if that's all related. The Broncos just don't have good uniforms. I think that's just the point.
They do. The white on white is the best combination they have.
And it's not even good. I don't like the white on white. I think it looks like dad-like. It's a Walmart dad fit.
You know, a lot of dads wearing white shirts with white pants. That's like going out in Miami kind of look.
The Broncos white on white uniforms are like those New Balance shoes.
Okay.
They're that displeasing to me. And they won
I
Super
like
Bowls.
I like New Balance shoes, but then again, I am their target demographic.
I like some of their shoes. I'm talking about the white shoes with the blue in that everybody knows are the dad shoes.
Yeah, like Air Monarchs, I guess.
Yes, they're exactly. I couldn't remember what those ones were called.
I had a pair of Air Monarchs when I was in 5th grade. I was probably the youngest person to ever wear Air Monarchs.
Like, who's this 8-year-old, 40-year-old boy?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just come to school after cutting the grass, son?
Yeah, after hopping on the grill.
Yeah. You smell like charcoal.
You smell like whiskey.
So are they wearing this? Are they wearing these uniforms this weekend?
Yeah.
Because it's a away game at Tennessee. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna look horrible too with Tennessee's blue uniforms.
Whatever.
The
pants are blue or the shirt's blue. Don't give a shit. I hope we're debating this because they keep winning.
I do too.
I hope. The Broncos are coming off one win. My question for you is, one win technically a winning streak for the Broncos?
Yes.
All right.
It's like in the column it goes current streak W1.
Yes. And I swear to Christ, if one more fucking person tags me in the Broncos lose the bye week 20-17 meme,
fuck,
I am going to digitally slap you through Twitter. I'm just shocked at how many people think that's funny.
Meme.
Fucking get it. At least put it towards a relevant team. That's all I ask.
Maybe don't do that a week after we won.
That's all I'm saying, Will. Like, if the Broncos had lost going in the bye week, fine. I get it. The joke would make sense, even though it's a recycled fucking joke.
Yeah.
But they won, okay? Can't do it.
NFL memes
doesn't work. Let me tell you something about comedy, guys. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work. Elon Musk, he now runs Twitter, as we know. If I had any say in the matter, my first order of business would be to ban NFL memes.
Oh, hell yes.
I think there's a lot of justification there. A, they're not funny. B, they steal jokes. C, I don't like him personally. I don't know who runs the account, but he or she, you're a bad person.
Horrible.
And you're going to hell too.
Nothing worse than a joke thief, a meme thief. The memes are just, they're a double-edged sword.
They are.
When one hits, it's like, that's okay. That was worth my half a second of attention. But when they are recycled so frequently,
nothing worse.
It is just like, good God.
Yeah.
Good God. Whatever.
Terrific.
We did not lose the bye week. I do know that because it's impossible. That's an impossibility.
Yep.
Sticking with the blue plants. We got some blue plants here now.
Sounds like a new sponsor, Blue Plants.
Yeah. And just so everybody knows, the start of the episode, we were referencing the fact that Russell Wilson was in Mexico during the bye week.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is controversial.
For some reason. No, you're not allowed to go on vacation on your week that is designated for rest and relaxation.
Yeah.
I think he should have been at home working, possibly in the facility, which was probably closed at the time. But, you can't be in Mexico.
Can't do it. I listened to the radio a couple times.
No, that's a mistake.
And both times they were criticizing Russell for tweeting, keep working, or Keep working. It was something so mundane that I was a little bit flabbergasted that they were trying to make a story out of it. It's fine. Like, I get the national the piling on there, but when you're looking for shit like that, that's completely not controversial. It's infuriating. And I hope for my sake and your sake that the Broncos win this week, or we're going to get more of it. And it was nice after the Jags win to kind of just get a break from it.
It was a breather.
We got a breather. It was like we got a little bit of life pumped back into us. So I'll tell you. I did see Russell Wilson, an Athletic article I read about his struggles against zone coverage versus man coverage. Also heard them talk about that as well on the radio, and I'm just here to say I hope defenses start only playing man against Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I think zone definitely takes a lot of trust with your receivers in terms of, are they going to sit down in the right spot in the zone? Are they going to recognize what you're seeing? Whereas man, you can get guys open with man, guys like Jerry Jeudy who get a lot of separation. That's perfect for them. But it's not as much nuance there. It's just kind of, receiver versus corner who can win. Whereas zone, it really, you really have to read a defense. You have to know your own playbook too, which might still be a concern.
Yeah, it's taking some time. It's taking longer than we thought. And the other thing with man is if you have a QB who can extend plays, that can help. It's harder for a corner to, cover one-on-one like that. And I think the Broncos the receivers, like Russ doesn't extend plays, nearly as much as he used to. But I think there's a skill set in terms of learning to do what you need to do once your QB extends a play. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs are a team whose receivers know exactly what to fucking do every time Mahomes gets out of the pocket. And what they've done well in Kansas City with Tyreek Hill leaving is coach up somebody like Juju Smith-Schuster, who now is learning, like, there's part one to the play and then there's part two, and get to a space where your quarterback can see you. And they're making a lot of plays that way. Yeah,
I mean, I think Juju probably was ahead of the curve because he played with Big Ben. And I know this was later in Big Ben's career. Yeah. But do you remember, like, I'm sure you do, but watching earlier Big Ben and seeing him get out of the pocket, and it felt like Hines Ward was just like on the perfectly same wavelength as him. Yeah. Hines Ward, Heath Miller, like Nate Washington, those guys would just – it's like they were attached. Like they were running like parallel patterns to wherever Roethlisberger was going. And it was infuriating if you're rooting against the Steelers. Yeah. But damn, like they were so good at that. Probably the best I've ever seen.
Yeah. And like Roethlisberger, the way he would do it was so like sluggish too. Because even when he was younger, he was still slow. And it just seemed like because he was so big, like he could shake off a tackle or two. So it wasn't even like scrambling. It's just like shaking guys off and then hucking one out there. He's not throwing like Phillip Rivers, but I remember that a lot. And it's something that hasn't really developed for the Broncos yet. It's something I saw Rodgers and the Packers struggle with in their loss to the Lions. Like there's a lot of plays where it felt like Rodgers and the receivers weren't on the same play or same page. Yeah. And it just, also when things start going bad, they kind of just fucking snowball. And Will and I are working on a video about how bad a handful of good quarterbacks are playing. And there's similarities there. And a big one we've talked about several times is the run game. And I want to see that just be better. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, I don't know if it will be against the Titans this week. It's hard to gauge because the Chiefs chose just not to run against Tennessee.
Yeah, that's a good point.
They threw it, what, 68 times?
times. The record is 70. It's amazing that the record still holds. It was set back in 1994 by Drew
Testaverde?
Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe.
Oh,
That was also a game that went to overtime. The pass number 70 was a game-winning touchdown too. I think it's all on YouTube if anybody wants to look it up.
Testaverde has the record for most passing attempts in regulation at 69.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to see who is Hines going to play? Is he good to go?
Hines, you mean Edmonds?
Yeah. We have Marlon Mack though, right?
Yeah. I know they just gave Chase Edmonds number 19, weird number for a running back, but
Eddie Royal,
Jerry Rice.
Mack and Hines were both on the Colts at the same time, right?
Yes.
That's why I thought Hines. Hines went to Buffalo, of course.
Yeah, Hines was also traded to the Buffalo Bills. Your second favorite team.
Hell yeah, Buffalo all the way this time.
I'm actually I'm excited to see the Chase Edmonds wrinkle to the offense if they utilize him correctly, because they have two big running backs in Latavius Murray and Melvin Gordon, like two above average, like tall guys at running back. Yeah. Mike Boone is 5'10". Chase Edmonds is the smallest running back at 5'9". It's also the shiftiest. I think he's the best receiver. And he adds a dynamic that I don't think they've had and they probably need. I remember like Brett Veach, the Chiefs GM, he was rationalizing why they picked Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the first round. And it was about basically like getting the Chiefs into 2nd and 2s rather than 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 7, based on just like the little swing passes that Denver's been bad at.
Yeah.
But I think if you can get Edmonds in space, he makes a difference that, Gordon and Murray aren't necessarily equipped for.
Yeah, they struggle.
It could end up putting us ahead of schedule.
Yeah, that's they struggle if they're out there one-on-one. It's like they're not shaking the tackler. And also the Broncos swing passes take nobody by surprise. And there's always like, it feels like there's two or three defenders there. But yeah, if that part of the offense can produce, 6 and 8 yards, maybe one breaks off for, 15, 20.
Yeah,
it could help quite a bit. Obviously, it's a big what if, because Tennessee's front, even without Landry.
Harold Landry.
God, I'm mixing up names. I knew it was Landry. They were bringing pressure early in that game against Kansas City, who I think has a better offensive line. So that's a little concerning to me as well, considering when teams do get pressure, we have not handled it well. So we'll see. I should be more confident, more positive, because we did get a win in London, and that win looked a little stronger when the Jaguars overcame a 17-point deficit against the Raiders, to a point where people are now assuming Josh McDaniels will get fired this season. And do you want to drop the final hilarious nugget about the Raiders on everybody, Will?
Yeah, they cut one of their 3 2019 first-round picks, Jonathan Abram, just yesterday. And he's already signed with the Green Bay Packers. That team's down bad as well. But so now I think they declined the 5th-year option on Cleveland Farrell, on Josh Jacobs. They cut Damon Arnett. They also cut Henry Ruggs for obvious reasons. They cut Alex Leatherwood. I might be missing someone, but I'm not sure.
No,
it's bad.
Cleveland Farrell's basically in a backup role on the team as well right now.
The 4th overall pick, I think.
Yeah, the giant
Jesus.
reach. The
Good
giant
Lord.
reach. So it got a little worse for the Raiders. And if you want to know how bad it is for the Packers right now, they're the ones who swooped in and signed Jonathan Abram because they're that injured and they need help. Makes a little sense because Rich Bisaccia is over there and Abrams played a lot of special team snaps with him. But we're not the worst looking team right now in the AFC West. Thank you, Raiders.
So they do get the first crack at Jeff Saturday's Colts.
Yes. I just made a little short about Raiders and Colts fans because of that game this week. And we'll see if it does well. Well, knowing my luck, it will tank.
Probably won't. Just kidding.
Yeah. I can't, the shorts, not great.
I don't understand them, really.
Well, that makes two of us.
Yeah.
You know what I do understand, Will? Making fucking money, baby. DraftKings Sportsbook is here. Code DNVR. Sundays are for football, food, friends, and DraftKings Sportsbook. That's right. I'm partnering with DraftKings, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, to share an incredible offer with everyone here. New customers sign up using code DNVR. Bet $5 on any pregame moneyline wager and receive an additional $200 in free bets. Also, NBA is in full swing, and new customers can make $5 on any NBA moneyline bet. Same deal as with the football. And if I'm a Denver fan, I'm probably looking to get my action on the court. You can take some overs there. You can have some fun with teams scoring points. Football, probably take the under still on whatever the Broncos are going to do. You got the same game parlays, Will. Same game, stack them. Bigger payouts. Triple, quadruple. I don't know how the math works, but you can make more money by doing parlays. And I say that as somebody who has not hit on any of mine this season. But I'm going to. I'm going to do some passing ones, and I'm going to take a bunch of overs because at some week, we're going to see a bunch of NFL quarterbacks throw for a ton of yards and a ton of touchdowns, and they're going to be the classics. It's going to be Rodgers. It's going to be Russell Wilson. It's going to be Matty Stafford. When that day comes, I don't know, but I'm just going to wait till I feel it. Anyway, use code DNVR when you sign up at DraftKings. Link in description. Restrictions, eligibility stuff. It's in the show notes. They'll tell you what you can and can't do.
My state last night, they voted against legalized sports betting.
Stupid. You know how much tax dollars could have went back to the state?
It was supposed to, the tax dollars were meant to combat homelessness, which is a big problem here. And our voters said no.
No thanks.
Sports betting is the greater of the two evils.
Yeah. God forbid you put $5 on a football game on Sunday morning and turn it into,
that's worse than sleeping outside in the freezing cold.
Yeah. They should have said all the money will go to you directly. Whoever is reading this and voting at this moment.
I think that would have been wise.
That's what I would have done.
Yeah.
I get shit done.
Did you concede in your efforts to become Colorado governor?
Oh, no. I called Polis and wished him, good luck. But like I tweeted, I was not running for governor.
Not officially.
Hearing that I didn't win really stung.
I bet someone wrote you in.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Tua got like 0.2% of the votes
in
Florida.
17,000 votes. Tua Tagovailoa, the state of Florida.
Why not?
Tua, I think
We
Tua
gotta
would
put that.
actually, he could do politics one day.
Yeah, he's very like empathetic kind of guy.
Yeah. And when he talks, like he's likable,
Yeah.
and it sounds like he's just being honest and genuine. Well, maybe he would be horrible in politics.
Yeah, it might be. It's either the best or the worst thing for him.
He's what we would want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
He
Mike
didn't get chewed
Vrabel.
up, though.
What's this guy saying? That's not penis related.
All right. So Mike Vrabel, they did their standard media call with the Denver media, and Mike Vrabel was asked about one of our defensive linemen. He said, "I don't know if anyone's playing better than Dre'Mont Jones. Seems like he's so much more instinctive and explosive." This is like the second time. I went back and watched a video about Tua on The Ringer with Kevin Clark and Chris Long. And Chris Long, like out of nowhere, brought up Dre'Mont Jones as one of the best defensive linemen, which I thought was it's cool just because he's not a big name, but it sounds like he's getting some respect. Thank you for muting your burp there.
I was sucking a loogie out.
Yeah, whatever. So it seems like he's getting a lot of respect, and he's also in a contract year. And he was asked, I think it was by Andrew Mason, about his contract situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, quote, "I'm here right now." Huh.
I'm here right now. That's a song. I'm here right now. What the fuck? I can't remember the lyrics. Well, obviously, I think he'll be back if the Broncos start playing better and they show him the money.
He'll be back regardless. No way they traded Bradley Chubb not to re-sign Dre'Mont Jones.
Can they tag him?
Yeah, I think they can. I don't know if you want to do that, but
he's a key piece. He's got to want to be here, so we'll see if he does. Yeah, he's playing well, and he's a reason you were able to get rid of Bradley Chubb. Because when you got a guy on the defensive end that's really, really good, pass rushers are going to have success because of that. So,
yeah, I think I am intrigued to see the defense this week without Chubb for the first time this year. Obviously, they added Jacob Martin, who's probably going to play on the edge. He might start on the edge. And then you have, I think Browning's iffy on whether he'll play this week.
He wants to play.
Eventually, we'll get Randy Gregory back. But this could be the week that they feel the effects of the Chubb trade. Maybe not, though, because if Malik Willis is starting at quarterback for the Titans, then I don't know. I don't know if it matters how much time you give him to throw based on last week against the Chiefs.
Yeah.
I really trust our secondary to hang in there for quite a while.
The Titans have no receivers who can get open.
Yeah.
So this would be the easiest matchup for your secondary coverage-wise. Plus, you have a quarterback who needs a lot more time, I think, before he's ready to start in the NFL.
Yes.
We don't know if Ryan Tannehill is going to play yet or if it's going to be Malik Willis.
Yeah, he was limited in practice today.
Tannehill?
Which, Wednesday is usually a pretty big indicator on whether or not you're going to play. That really affects whether I think the Broncos win or not.
Yeah, we'll get to that in the prediction on Friday.
Yeah.
And then we've got Graham Glasgow jumping in at center because they ended up putting Lloyd Cushenberry on IR. I'm interested to see a whole game with the line with Glasgow starting there. I felt like they were better when he went in Jacksonville. So we'll see. He's played before.
I like it. I mean, I don't like that he got hurt, but I think it is the better of the two options. And sometimes it takes an injury to figure that out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
My prediction is that he starts the rest of the way if he stays healthy as well.
Fair enough. All right.
Because they've shuffled around quite a bit at offensive line.
Yeah. They've had
they
injuries. Quinn Miners couldn't play for a while.
Right. They played 3 different left tackles, I think. They played Bowles, obviously, Cam Fleming, and then Calvin Anderson.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, that's tough on a quarterback.
And so far, yeah, it feels like Calvin Anderson is the most comfortable at left tackle, right?
Yes.
So
I would agree.
Okay. All right, we're going to get into the picks for the week because that's all the Broncos news.
That's it.
We filled you up.
We're doing pretty well.
All right. We're ranked 38th. So I think we dropped from 27. We got RJ Lawson pulling away 89 wins in the pick'em here. Steve Tarr climbing his way up there. Nice. Christian. Kevin's up there still. Who are we? Who's sitting next to us? We got Coleman. Oh, and Lauren's in there.
Yeah.
The single white female in the Patreon group.
She is asked for another woman in the Zoom. So if you're a woman watching this, get in our Patreon Zoom.
Yeah. Next one will be November 30th, Will.
Yeah, to balance out our sausage fest.
Yeah. All right. Let's make the picks. Make picks.
Let's do
Game 1. Oh, man. Thought this might be a fun matchup. Maybe it will be again.
It was a fun matchup 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And I guess PJ Walker's going to start again, even though last week was pretty rough. I think the Falcons win, though.
I think the Falcons win as well. Arthur Smith is doing a good job with this team, regardless of the losing record.
Yeah, I thought the Falcons would be like 1-8 right now. So,
yeah,
not bad. All right, here we go. This game's interesting. Seahawks Buccaneers, a game we probably thought before the season the Buccaneers were gonna just chalk in a W here for old Tom Brady and the Tampa dominant whatever offense. Now, I'm pretty certain that the Seahawks are going to kick the shit out of the Buccaneers.
This game is, of course, being played in Munich, Germany.
Oh, that's right.
I actually like the Buccaneers.
Whoa!
I think the last week will probably give them quite a bit of momentum.
Nah.
But you could say that about the Seahawks. I mean, they've won 4 in a row, right?
Yeah. Their defense is playing a lot better. Way better, actually. And Geno Smith, like Tom Brady, just doesn't make many mistakes. So, I'm taking Seattle.
I think the MVP talk with Geno is a little much, but he is definitely like a Pro Bowler in my mind.
Give him the full season. We'll see where he's at the end of the season. This, for me, the pick is a lot about I do not want the Bucs to start to get momentum, Will. So this is you got to do it for
wishful
Seattle.
thinking. Yeah.
Shelby Harris bats down one of Tom Brady's passes, guaranteed.
Okay, I like that.
Noah Fant has 100 yards.
Drew Lock comes in and
Garbage
time. It's a game-winning drive.
Touchdown. Ooh.
No, that's not going to happen.
All right. Ooh, man. Interesting. Vikings, Bills. Just 25% taking the Vikings, who are 7-1. Bills coming off kind of an ugly loss to the Jets. And Josh Allen's elbow a little fucked up.
Costly loss. I think they did a good job. People say, like, when it doesn't matter who your backup quarterback is, because if your starting quarterback's Josh Allen, you're screwed if he gets hurt. But this is a perfect situation to have Case Keenum, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of the guy you want to carry not to carry the load, but to manage the load for 2-3 games. I don't know that Josh Allen's going to be out that long, but he didn't practice today. And I would think you'd want to be cautious with him, right?
Yeah.
You've got Super Bowl aspirations. You should feel confident in Keenum as your backup for a couple games. But I do think if Keenum plays, I think I like the Vikings.
Oof.
I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a tough one for me.
What I said on GPS this morning was I feel like this is the kind of game for Buffalo where they can rediscover like how to run the football if Keenum plays. Because like the Chiefs, they don't have to. Like you're better off with the ball in Josh Allen's hands every single play.
Yeah.
Until, he threw those like 4 bad picks in the last 2 games. But I think like if you have Keenum there, he can't throw it that many times and he's not going to pick up first downs with his legs the way Josh Allen does, which is part of their running game. So you've got to kind of just hunker down and do that. And I think in the long run that could benefit him, but I wish I knew if Allen was playing, because if he was playing, I'd take Buffalo. But yeah, I'll take Vikings here just because there's a chance he doesn't play.
Okay. Josh Allen probably, if he misses a couple of games, probably out of the MVP race.
Could be.
Last game, tough too. Okay, we've got the Detroit Lions 2-6 at the 3-6 Chicago Bears. Justin Fields coming off of a 178-yard rushing performance.
Yes.
He also threw 3 touchdowns in a loss to the Dolphins.
Yes.
When I was working on the best and worst script, I actually thought that the Bears had won the game.
I know.
Because the way that, like Justin Fields played great, but the way that they were talking about it, I figured the Bears had actually won, and they didn't. There was a no call on a PI late in the game that kind of ended any chance of a Bears comeback.
Yeah.
But they played well. The problem is that they gave up some pieces on defense, and it really showed.
Yeah.
And the Lions, the Lions are coming off of a pretty impressive victory for them.
Yeah, I want the Lions, Will.
I think I like the Lions here.
Boom. I do too. I think Chicago, they're putting something together on offense. So good for them in Fields. But
yeah,
I like the Lions.
Everybody was trashing Ryan Fitzpatrick for saying that Fields needs to run more.
I know.
And then there's like this fucking parade when he runs for 180 yards.
Yeah.
Maybe Fitz is owed an apology.
He's probably owed so many apologies.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. 11% taking the Broncos, Will.
Count me in the
This is
11.
against a Titans team that's not very good because they can only beat you one way right now, and that's with Derrick Henry. Wow.
Yeah, it's a good dimension to have, but they're still one-dimensional.
Yes. And one team that historically has shut Derrick Henry down is the Denver Broncos.
Right.
They got Josie Jewell in there. He's a Derrick Henry killer. Derek Wolfe told us he liked playing against Derrick Henry because he wasn't hard to tackle. So, fuck it. I'm taking the Broncos. I'm not going to think about it. We'll talk about it more Friday.
Yep.
Ooh, just 2% giving Jacksonville a chance against Kansas City.
Man, I think I will take the Chiefs on this one.
Yeah.
They got lucky last week.
They got a little lucky, yeah, because Tennessee once stopped running the football for some godforsaken reason.
Yeah.
And did you watch the Chiefs' final drive in overtime?
Yeah.
Travis Kelce, circus catch. Juju, circus catch. Noah Gray, circus catch. That's also what's been missing from the Broncos succeeding.
Yeah, contested catches.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like that as a knock on Mahomes, but these weren't like perfect throws. Just guys made plays. And,
also that the refs were just going to keep calling penalties until they converted that 2-point conversion.
Basically, yeah, that pass interference was garbage. It is what it is. But yeah, they're going to beat the Jags. Dolphins, Brownies.
I like So Watson's not coming back yet. We got another Jacoby Brissett game.
Oh, wait, is that next week, the Watson return? Or the week after? It's week 12. It's week 12.
Yeah. It might be. It's whenever they play the Texans, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. The Dolphins are just – they've won every game that Tua has started and finished.
Yep.
I think that – obviously, we're going to talk about it. We're going to make a video about Tua soon.
Yes.
And I legitimately believe that I think Tyreek Hill should be strongly considered for MVP. Yeah.
Imagine a Broncos fan saying that, guys.
I don't think he's a good guy.
No, he's always been very conflicting because
I think he's been the most valuable player this year, especially given the narrative that he's switched teams, and it's clearly made a big difference for the Dolphins.
Yeah. Hey, if the Dolphins do a deep run into the playoffs, I think you can also throw Mike McDaniel in the mix for Coach of the Year.
Yeah, and there's like 6 guys that you could point to, including this next coach, Brian Dable.
Yeah.
For Coach of the Year. On the other side, I think Lovie Smith is a candidate to go one and done with the Texans.
Yeah. The Texans, they're just not good. Except for Dameon Pierce, maybe. Is Brandon Cooks going to play? I don't think it matters.
Doesn't matter to me.
Giants.
I think it'll be closer than we think, but the Giants.
That's just how the Giants win.
Yeah, that's how they do things.
All right. Steelers, Saints. Wow.
Give me the Saints.
Ooh, you're tired of picking the Steelers, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out on them, obviously.
Game of the week right here. Colts, Raiders, Colts. New head coach for the Colts, of course, Jeff Saturday. Raiders can't hold on to a lead. Both teams are horrible.
I'm so excited to see this game.
I know. I think the Colts are going to get a little bit of a boost with Jeff Saturday. I don't know if it's one of those ones that lasts, but that's that's a big one. Maybe it helps a little bit for a week.
Like this is so unprecedented.
Yeah.
There is like legitimate possibility that this Colts team is going to go down like the Hindenburg.
Yes.
This could be one of the worst weeks of football we've ever seen. Just given that Jeff Saturday is not coached above the high school football level. And his team in high school was not good. I think they're like 3-7.
Ooh, wow.
He also, there's like no, how the hell do you jump onto a team mid-season? There's no continuity. I don't think you know what they're doing as a team. He was in, like, I don't know. This has been beaten to death already, but this is crazy. Like, he's an ESPN analyst.
Yeah. No, it's insane.
I don't know. I think it's been talked about enough, but it's taken me a while to grasp just how
crazy it is.
Absurd this is, and how absurd Jim Irsay is as an owner.
Yeah.
He's really a crazy person. Like I'm glad that he said those things about Daniel Snyder, but he's a fucking idiot. He's on drugs.
Yes. So we'll take the Raiders. They've got more talent.
Yeah, they've got a better quarterback.
They'll get a win. Here's a tough one. Not. Sorry, Green Bay. Cardinals, Rams. Ooh, 73% of the people taking the Rams. And this is a team that can't score points. Going against a Cardinals team that's not good, but they can score from time to time.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. That was such a demoralizing loss for the Rams.
Yeah.
This team feels like it's on the verge of like falling apart, honestly.
Yeah, it felt like whoever lost that game was just doomed for the rest of the
that's a classic loser leaves town matchup.
I feel like
And
I got to take the Cardinals. We keep staying like
Yeah.
the Rams are going to figure it out. McVay, all this shit.
yeah, I'm not sure that's true.
No, not
It'll be in
BC.
our QB episode, but it's like I think losing Kevin O'Connell was pretty big.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so was losing Andrew Whitworth, Odell Beckham, Austin Corbett, but
And
yeah,
then the guy,
talking about O'Connell enough.
their center filling in for Corbett or whoever, he got hurt to start at week 1. Like they've had a ton of line injuries.
Cardinals on Hard Knocks tonight, by the way.
Oh, okay, man. I'm a little conflicted here. Will, we kind of want the 49ers
I like
to
the
lose.
49ers.
We want them to lose, though.
Oh yeah, I get that.
But do we want them to lose to a division rival? Not this week. You can start losing next week, San Francisco. Yeah, Niners healthier. They should destroy them. Here we go. Wow.
They're one of the best 4-4 teams.
Yeah, they are.
A long time. It's pretty amazing that we beat them.
Yes, and we're gonna when McCaffrey and Debo are on the field together, they are going to be hard to stop. And I think the Eagles will beat the Commanders. This game might be close though, because division games are always a little weird. Yeah. Also, they're bad, but they know how to play close games. And they almost beat the Vikings.
How long do you think the Eagles go undefeated?
Probably till they play the Cowboys again.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's not like that. I think the Cowboys are like that much better. It just Cowboys are good. Their defense is good.
Yeah,
it happens like in a few weeks. That game just feels like the one that you kind of want to drop. You do not want to go undefeated, Philly.
But if they went 17-0, like we're all, that's
they could be the first team to go 17-0 in the regular season.
Yeah.
What?
So, really quick, I'm just going to bring up their schedule. Commanders this week. Colts next week. That feels like a win. Packers, winnable. For sure. Titans could be tough. Giants could be tough. Bears, I think they win. At the Cowboys. Saints, Giants. And that's it. So,
yeah. Could be a loss to the Giants or the Cowboys would be my guess.
Yeah,
or maybe the Saints. If they beat all those teams, it feels like the kind of game where like the Saints are still going to be bad, but their defense plays out of their mind, and Taysom Hill has 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. My prediction is they go 7-2 or 6-3 the rest of the way.
Yeah, they could lose 1 to the Giants and the Cowboys there.
Anyway, they're fun to watch.
They are fun. They're a very fun team to watch because they can win in so many different ways on offense. I love when a team commits to a QB's strengths and then that QB develops and grows. And you give him an elite weapon like AJ Brown and it fucking works. Anyway.
We should try that.
We should try it. All right, man. We did it. We did a lot of talking. 49 minutes in. We're getting out of here. Good night.
ACL.
Wait, subscribe to Will Sucks at Games. Will Sucks at Games if you made it this far.
Yeah, please.
And?
Good night.
Okay.